top 6% this round. Pretty good. Could have been tad a little bit better, but it was pretty good considering I had Ridley out. So yeah, back in the top 8%. So we've gone up a bit. So I'm on track again. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, missed out. Lost one league by 1 point, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. Tom Stewart, good score. Not as good as the other last week, but it's going to be tough to beat that. Laird, again, it'd be a bit disappointing considering you expect him to get an average of 115 this season. It would take a 111. Could have been more considering Adelaide were going well at one point. Could have been 130. But yeah, Bose, put him in just in case it was a donut. I would have had a donut if I didn't put him in, to be honest. Highmore didn't end up playing, which I thought he might have, considering how bad St Kilda were. And they were terrible again this week. A bit better, but still crap. So, I don't know what St Kilda are doing. They should give Tommy Highmore another go, just to keep Supercoach players happy. But, you know, played alright the first 2 weeks. I don't know why you're not giving him a game. I mean, what, you're giving him I mean, he's had a couple more than a couple of weeks rest now. Anyway, that's my rant about him. Obviously, Ridley didn't play. Hopefully, he can come back in next week. CJ did well. What more can I say? Chapman, yeah, disappointing. Yeah, I mean, I know about this player now. He's, yeah, once I get Ridley in, I might be able to. Once Ridley comes back in, I don't know who to swap out of these two. I'll talk about Kaczynski in a minute. Chapman, disappointing. I mean, considering Fremantle won, I guess wasn't an offence as much as what against North Melbourne, I guess. You know, what can you say? Not ideal, I guess. Kaczynski, yeah, an outstanding score. Glad I didn't get rid of this bloke. He was on the verge of it. Was thinking about it, but nah, he's going to have a good game soon. You know, he has the potential. He can get over 100 as he saw in a practice match, and that's what he's done here. So, this is probably another seesawing one, a roller coaster pick with Kaczynski. Can go either way. He can get a 30 or 100. So, it's a good thing he kept him. You get a nice score. It's another income stream, and it's great since he's a defender too. So, it's going to be tough to see if you pick him each week. Got lucky this week. You know, we won't expect this each week. You get a 30 next week, who knows? But, you know, 5 goals, whatever it was. I don't know exactly. But, yeah, great score. Already been through these two. Oliver, again, could have been more again with Oliver. Hasn't got an outstanding, extremely, really good score, 150 plus yet. Considering Melbourne's done well. That's good though. More players are contributing with Melbourne, so that's great for the club. But for Oliver owners, you want him to go that big, massive score, and he hasn't done that yet, really. 114, you would take that, but for a player his price at 600k, you want that big, massive score. He hasn't got that yet. Merritt, decent score. You know, it was a bit more of an even spread this week with Essendon, which is great. It's what you want to see. You know, Merritt will take it. Not the best, but it's fairly consistent, which is why you would pick this player. Pick Merritt. Brayshaw, decent. Not the best, but again, a bit more spread out with that Freo this week. Got more players coming through, a bit even spread. A bit more. Still, we got the same few blokes dominating. A few more could chip in, but you know, got the win. Toronto, again, this has just been one of those average picks. It hasn't gone terribly or extremely well. Toronto could have been a bit better. I was hoping for 110 average, 105 at least, but hasn't happened. Hopefully, you can get above 100 average. You know, he's had one or two bad weeks, particularly 1 week. The rest have been fairly okay. So we'll see how this pick goes. There's no point get rid of him. Just keep him. Same with Bolton. He had one terrible week, which stuffed up his score. I think another couple average weeks, but he did well considering Richmond had a pretty ordinary game, particularly by one player, which we'll speak in it. We all know who he is. So forward midfield, I might transform him in put him in the 4 line, considering 4 line. There's been plenty of issues this round. There's going to be plenty of issues with the 4 line heading into next week. Yeah, decent score, can't complain. Could have been more though, we kicked a couple of goals, but you know, that's just footy for you. Powell, excellent pick. Now he's performing well in the last few weeks, which is great for North Melbourne. They've got another player who's actually performing well in a lot of their other more experienced players, which suggests that some of those experienced players should be traded off, or could be AFL career could be over by the end of the year. We'll see how that goes. Goulden, another disappointing. One of the most disappointments this round, I'd say. I mean, we lost money off this player considering he had an excellent start. I don't know how he's going to score much more. I thought he would do I thought he would play well this week considering against Gold Coast, but like a lot of Swan players, they were very disappointing this round. I thought, I did have Buddy out, but I mean, I guess people underrated Gold Coast. They're playing at home. They wanted it more basically, and that's what you get with effort. You can surprise yourself and prove people wrong. And that's what Gold Coast have done. Brockman, he didn't play. I decided to take Scott's score instead of Jordan. Bit of a risk with Jordan. He got 20 the other week, but with Scott, you got this 66. You can, you're guaranteed a somewhat decent score. Jordan could have gone more, would have won my other league game, but there wasn't too much difference. 16, not going to complain. I mean, should have swapped in with Goulden in the end of the day. There would have been a bit more of a difference. Yeah. Neil somehow managed to get a squad. It wasn't an emergency, but due to the injuries, he's managed to get a score. 50 goes up in price. Can't really complain. He's playing. Just keep him, I guess. As long as he's not doing ridiculously bad. Might trade him for another 100k rookie if that comes up. But yeah, it'd be great if these two can get more money. But keep him for now, I guess. Jordan, keep him. Yeah. Gordon Grundy, outstanding. What more you can say? Gordon, I mean, he played against Richmond's Ruckman. There's a bit more even spread this week, so Melbourne. So Gordon, can't complain. Grundy didn't do much better considering he was playing a bit of a week. I mean, I wouldn't consider it. Phillips is a VFL Ruckman, but he did dominate, but not as much as what he did against, I think, the Richmond Ruckman. I mean, not Richmond, Brisbane Ruckman. But, Wright and Phillips did pretty well, to be honest. So, Grundy didn't have it his own way. It was more the other midfielders and a few other players that Collingwood were disappointing. Flynn, average score. If you had him as his as your main ruck, a bit disappointed, but, you're still going to get money out of it. Can't complain, I guess. Josh Dunkley, there's an injury cloud over him. We don't know how much he's going out for. Again, I brought him in a few weeks ago, so it's disappointing. We'll see how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully it's not surgery. But fingers crossed it isn't. Otherwise, it's going to be an absolute disaster. Zeeble, 10 out of 10 pick this season. Perfect. Can't get much better. 169, best player. Considering he's in the bottom team. Be great. He should deserve some Brownlow votes considering he's scoring really well, but unfortunately his side doesn't play well. By far the best player. 10 out of 10 pick. Best pick. One of the best picks, I reckon. Supercoach history this season, to be honest. What more can you say? Dustin Martin, absolutely terrible, pathetic performance. It was injured, but the effort wasn't there. Guess probably the worst performance he's had, I reckon, to be honest. I mean, that's just terrible. You're going to have some bad games, but this one, he was injured for the last quarter, so I can't really... I can sympathise with that, but, it wasn't his day, it wasn't Richmond's day, so depending how long his injury is, you might have to trade him. Probably will. Disappointing. Danaher, okay. Just made a bit of money. Could have got a bit more. Could have got to 100, I reckon, if he kicked a couple of goals. I mean, it'd been great. Boost that money train more. And Wayner, average. Might have to get rid of him. We'll see how we go. The forwards. That's the least of our problems. Rowe, this guy is I don't know with Rowe. It's a bit frustrating. Had him the other week, didn't have him the other week at 79. I thought he would do well this week considering they're playing Hawthorn, but first half was terrible. Third quarter was okay, but the other, I don't know with Rowe. It's a hit or miss. He's either going to do decent or he's just going to get out of bounds on the full and absolutely do terrible. So this player, I don't know with him. We'll see how we go. There's other bigger problems this week. So, Harry Jones, I don't think he's AFL ready, but had a couple of good plays, but not Supercoach. friendly, I would say. His other problems, he's getting a game. You keep him as an emergency just in case you got no one playing a Syrian this next week. So, yeah, Waterman should have played that game, but, my opinion. Anyway, yeah.